What's up, guys? This is Sean Thomas here. Of course, yes, you know we always kick things off with smiles. And you can't beat this beautiful smile. I'm hanging with the best of the best. I'm next to Chrissy West.
Hi.
So Chrissy, let's jump right in, and we'll keep things simple. I mean, Chrissy is a very talented young lady. We're going to learn a whole lot about what she's doing. But let's go back from the beginning. So let's start with birthplace. Are you born in Trinidad, born in Mexico, born in Hawaii? Stop me. Which one?
I was born here in the United States. I was born in New York, but both of my parents are from Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad specifically. So I was raised with the culture.
Okay, so you got a taste of the Trini culture. Did you go visit Trinidad?
I have visited Trinidad. I would say I have more than a taste of the culture because my parents are Trini through and through. You know, the music we listen to, the food we eat, everything is very, very Trini.
Well, I can actually attest to that. I just had a wonderful meal done by Chrissy's dad, and in Trinidad we call it oil down. Now let me tell you, I still don't believe Chrissy dad made that or cook that wonderful meal.
Really good.
I mean, I'm speaking with Chrissy here, but I'm really waiting patiently to get back in that pot. So I'm hoping that we do have an audience in the back. You can't see them, but we have about 10 people in the back there. They're sitting down on the floor, so you can't see them. You know, but okay, so Trini parents, you are stained with that Trinidad vibration, and you're gonna at some point start heading out to school and getting your education together. So what school are we going to get our degree and stuff like that?
Well, I already have my bachelor's degree in journalism from Stony Brook University. That's up in Long Island, New York. And I just started my master's program here in Florida about a year ago. I'm going into my second year, so this will be my third semester going in, and I'm getting my degree in public administration, a certificate in emergency management and homeland security, and I'm getting that from Florida State University.
Okay, so listen.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'll help you all. I know you guys are like, what went, what we need to back. I mean, we need to go back. So let's start with the first institution where you are receiving this first degree. Now, what inspired that journey for you to get into that first degree, you know?
Well, I'm just really interested in reading and writing. Since I was small, all I did was read books all day, all night. My grandma would catch me up hours in the night reading books. So journalism just made sense for me because I like connecting with people. I liked the emotional aspect you get out of talking to people and just having regular conversations. I did the degree. I graduated magna cum laude, so I did really good. But
so, what?
Magna cum laude.
Is that French?
That's Latin.
A lot of people out there may not know what you just said there. So
I graduated with high honors, magna cum laude.
Oh, that's what they say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you're learning something. I'm learning that today too as well. Okay.
Yeah. So I graduated with that, and then I started my job working at town hall in my town, and I really liked the experience. It opened my eyes to so much more that I can do beyond asking people questions. It showed me that I can be a change in people's lives. So working in town hall, I was able to really connect with my community, and that's something I really enjoyed. I liked being able to put things in front of my boss and let them know we're having this issue or that issue, and eventually those issues can be fixed through law, and I really liked that. So that inspired me to pursue public administration here since I moved to Florida. And so far I really enjoyed it. I think I made a good choice.
So journalism and then heading into public administration. But inside there at some point music is happening. Tell us about that journey.
I've always been interested in music. I grew up, I remember my sister, she played the saxophone, and I always wanted to play an instrument just like her. I started off with the flute, and then that lasted about a week.
Oh, okay. So you went like,
yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah, that lasted a week. Did not last very long at all. And then it wasn't until the following year when I was in 4th grade that it was 2 years until I picked up an instrument again. So it was until I was in 5th grade, I picked up the viola and I stuck with that.
Okay.
I played with the viola from 5th grade all the way up to my senior year in high school. It was a long time. So I really got to learn the instrument, and I learned how to work with people, especially in my section. Big up to the viola section.
So viola, how did that come? I mean, did you see someone playing it? Did a friend in your school or in the band or?
I think I had my taste with the band, with the flute, and I knew I didn't like the flute, so I didn't want any instrument in the band anymore.
Right.
So I was like, let me try the orchestra. And I liked the orchestra, and I really liked my teacher. She encouraged me a lot, and I would say if it wasn't for her encouragement, I don't think I'd be so involved in musical instruments right now.
So you pursued viola?
Yes.
And how far did you go doing that? Did you do any private lessons or?
So I remember, I think I was in elementary school. I was doing good with the viola, and I won a scholarship to go to actually do private lessons.
Wow.
Yeah, and I did those private lessons. I would say I was really young at the time, and I didn't really, put my all into it.
Right.
But I did get a scholarship for that, and I did take private lessons. But after that, I didn't do private lessons. It was in my high school that I was able to be selected for the Long Island String Festival Association. It's a big orchestra comprised of orchestra players from different school districts, and we play in one orchestra. We play a concert, played about 4 to 5 songs in the concert. I was also a participant in NYSSMA, that is the New York State Schools Music Association. I'm really surprised I'm remembering these acronyms. And
I think it's the breadfruit.
Probably.
Yes.
So I did NYSSMA, and that's basically where you play in front of a judge. You play a solo piece in front of a judge. You also sight read in front of a judge, and they rate you based on your performance and your ability to sight read. And the highest mark you can get is superior, and I got superior, and I also got a bunch of excellence, which is just, below superior, but
wow.
I did pretty good.
So do you have a clip of that song you played?
I don't have any, no.
You don't have any clip, no photos or?
I might have some photos.
Of you in the band or?
I have to ask my parents to see if they have any videos.
Okay. Well, we wouldn't ask Dad. Dad doesn't keep photos. Dad seems to throw away and delete photos.
That's not true.
Somebody's laughing in the back.
That's not true.
So yes, I know, yes, she is. That is why I said to you when I started, I'm hanging out with the best. Chrissy West. Yeah, I know you like that.
Yeah, I do.
That's a nice phrase. So it's like a rap, you know what I mean? So journalism and superior viola player, and then public administration. So you are currently fulfilling your master's in that.
Yes.
Public administration. Now, something, and I know people would also be saying, but I saw her playing pan at some point. That came up at some point. I understand that you play pan.
I do.
Well.
I do.
Because being from Trinidad, I understand you start dabbling in the pan. How is that going? What is happening with that?
I love it. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do, because instruments like that, I'm not used to.
Right.
I'm not used to that, because when it comes to working with my hands with an instrument, I'm more so used to doing the proper fingering for viola.
Yes.
But with pan, you have to hold the sticks a certain way.
Right.
You have to make sure they bounce on the pan properly, and you have to make sure your hands have that rhythm. That's something that took a lot of getting used to. So I didn't expect myself to like it this much, but I love it. I love it.
So which steel band are you associated with right now?
I'm associated with the Ocala Steel Orchestra.
Oh, and what instrument are you playing in there?
I'm playing the low C tenor pan.
Wow. So viola, journalism, public administration, and tenor pan low C in the Ocala Steel Orchestra.
Oh, and I also dabble in high C.
And she also dabbled in high C, and I think I caught you also dabbling on the conga drum.
Yeah, I was.
And the double guitars.
You know, it's actually interesting because a lot of people growing up, they always told me I had no rhythm. So drums were something I was never going to touch. But I don't know, just the energy in the Ocala Steel Orchestra, I feel free to make mistakes. I feel free to learn more. And I didn't feel embarrassed. I didn't feel like anybody was going to make fun of me for not having rhythm. And I think that confidence is what allows me to actually try new instruments I wouldn't think about trying.
Now, folks, if you want to catch Chrissy on steel pan playing with the Ocala Steel Orchestra, one of the episodes, in fact, we have the for the month of August, we're going to show 4 episodes of behind the scenes. So you'll have to go back. That means you have to go back. Because if you're looking at this episode now, it means you would have skipped some episodes in the past. So you have to go back and find those episodes. You will see Chrissy on pan, on that low C tenor pan she's talking about. And the Ocala Steel Orchestra would have celebrated the International Blues Music Day. So Chrissy is playing with the Ocala Steel Orchestra. So go check her out. Now, before we check out Chrissy, I understand that you are also doing a little bit of videography stuff and, you know, interviews and things like that. Yeah, listen, the sky is not the limit for this young lady, yeah?
I feel like I take after my father. He likes to try different things. I like to try different things.
Don't let your father hear that.
I'm just saying.
Head swelling. Listen, we're going to put a strap on his head because it's swelling all now.
I like to try different things. I like being well-rounded. I have my journalism background, so I know how to do video. I know how long and short clips need to be, how to put things together, how to edit things together, and I like to do my own little videos on the side.
So Chrissy, how did you get into that? Because you're studying very hard because you're doing masters, and now you're talking about using a program to edit videos and what time? Do you have extra time in the day that we don't have?
Not that you don't have. Yeah.
How did you get into that?
I make the time. I'm a person where I don't like to. I don't know. I don't like to be bored. I like trying different things. So anything to fill up my time, I like to do.
Well, folks, there you have it. I mean, like I said, I'm seated next to the best. I've been hanging out with Chrissy West. We want to thank you for checking out the Ocala Arts and Entertainment Podcast. Peace out. Thank you.
Thank you.